Barcelona fans, do we need to be worried? Do we need to be worried about that performance you guys put on today? Because I don't really understand. If not that you guys got the results, had to grind that result and just get that draw. I believe the draw is a good result. Maybe you can build on that when you get to your home. But Lamine, we need to talk about Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal did not perform to his best of ability. I think he needs to do more. If you want to become that franchise player, that big player in the team, you need to do more. You can't be performing like this and get a penalty and go and score and feel maybe you have done everything and start doing like this. So I believe Newcastle couldn't convert their chances. They couldn't convert their chances because they had so many good opportunities even before they scored. They couldn't convert their chances, and Tar let the team down. Had to concede a very silly penalty, and Barcelona had to put the ball in the back of the net. But I believe Barcelona had a good result. At least they got a draw, and they can build on that. Going to the Camp Nou will be very tough for Newcastle. Newcastle could not just hold that one goal lead, and I think that thing might bite them later. But if they perform well in the Camp Nou and try to hit on the counter and don't be afraid to play football, maybe you can win because Barcelona is there for the taking. Because I'm not seeing that Barcelona of last season. I think this season they are so sloppy. So talking about Tottenham, the Tottenham inside, Tottenham, I'm just talking about Tottenham. They are so poor to the extent that you don't even know where to start from. I think their problem is from the hierarchy and the medical staff. The medical staff need to do something. I think the hierarchy need to look into their team. They need to look into that medical staff because they're not doing their job. How can it be that no Kulusevski, no Madison, no Kudos, they just been out since early this season? No one is no, it's not done like that. I think they need to look into that medical staff. I think that is where their problem start from, and from the hierarchy too. So I think they play poorly. Atletico Madrid were just so big, were so good in all ramification. They had to pay that. They had to just relax, safe, not to get more goals because of maybe they just want to, respect the team they are playing. But I feel Tottenham had to do something about their play. I feel this is not the problem of the coach. This is not the problem of the coach. They should not look the coach. They should look their hierarchy and their medical staff. That is where their problem lies. And for Galatasaray won by 1-0. They beat Liverpool. Liverpool played poorly. This is one of the most poorest performances from Liverpool. You could have, you know, get a goal in the first half. In the first 5 minutes, you should have been 3-goal lead. But you couldn't cover your chances. You were so poor. You were so poor on converting your chances and all those things. So I just believe they didn't play well. It wasn't their best day in office. But if you play like this in your home, I only you know, I go support yourself. Oh. But kudos to Galatasaray and the kind gesture the Galatasaray fans showed Victor Osimhen. It was so special. That tifo and the banner, wow, that was so special, and we all love that. I feel if Galatasaray could up their performance in Anfield, maybe they can go through. And for Bayern Munich, the most attacking team in the world right now, the best team in the world right now, they're just so good. If the problem about Bayern Munich, if they score you one, they want to score you two, three, four, five, six. That is their own. They don't pity things. They will beat you mercilessly. And kudos to Atlanta fans, as in those fans were so sweet, were so nice, were so as in it's one of a kind. That those kind of fans, are that fans, even in defeat, they were still clapping for their team. They were losing 5-0. They were still clapping. The Bayern Munich had another one to see how wicked Bayern Munich is. They had to add another one to make it 5, to make it 6. But they were still clapping for their team, and their team had to get just a 1-goal reconciliation goal. But they played poorly, very poor. How can you lose 4-0 at home? Let me say 5-0 at home because it's 6-1. I expect to go and do Ramutada. This is not Dortmund. Respect to Dortmund, but this is not Dortmund. They will beat you again. This match, just go and tell, just go and tell UEFA, tell them that the tie is over, that you don't want to play the second leg. Not, don't go there again. If you go there, they will still beat you. Bayern Munich does not pity teams, so They are just that kind of a team. Eh? They will beat you. You see the performance from Ulisi. Ulisi was so special. His performance, 2 goals, I think, and 1 assist or so. It was so special. Played well. All roundification. I think Mr. Company has done a great job. As in, he has done a great job. And kudos to all the teams that won.